And
Um,
looking at these lineups here, you have Bloop. Bloop is playing, so he is actively in game. So that just leads me to believe that they've worked out some plan, some form of communication with them. And I wonder if possibly on Throwmatitos there's one or two guys that speak English well enough to help them out.
yeah, I know of a couple on the team that do speak English pretty well. That could definitely help him out here as we're going to be seeing Bloop and his 50B pushing down the 2 line here with the Bat Chat pushing down the 1 line of Sheep. That triple E100 setup that we see from a lot of teams here now with the tank at D2, tank at C3, and a tank at
Yep.
A4 holding the window and the D line cross. Realizing that they do have an advantage when it comes to mobility and flexibility, they're going to be pushing this 50B and Bad Chat aggressively. The only tank that could contest them would be Trouser Snake in the Bad Chat, but he will not be doing so as he's spotting Hill in his tank. Shots are being traded there.
Yeah,
Miles Beach
and
taking a shot in his fifth.
that's a big gun to hit something.
Yeah, Miles Beach there, dropping down to 2300. Shot coming back, not connecting for damage here, as we're gonna see Perfect Style waiting for that D-line cross, hoping to put a shot of damage here, but he does have to be careful, as there is a very large gun sitting on Hill, could possibly be looking for a bleed on him. Shot landing onto the gun of Perfect Style, no damage there. We do see the rotation from Sheep coming down. Looking maybe for some cheeky shots down A-line here. Is he going to pull out backward? Is he going to connect any here? Waiting for his time. He's going to be biding his time here. We'll see what he does decide to do. Sheep, is he going to be going for it? Slowly waiting. I think he's going to...
He's creeping, but he's got a lot of guns staring at him. If he's not careful, this could end really badly for him.
Yeah, he's very close there. Yeah, he's going to pull out here. Finds the back
out,
of Jan Toronto, dropping a shot in there, gaining those E100's attention, and not really worried about the Bat Chat rotating off hill, as they do have that 50B lying in wait here as well. We're seeing Trouser Snake rotating off the hill, but the 50B just behind Sheep here. If he does come out to play the games, it's going to be a 2v1 essentially, as Trouser Snake is going to be coming to the corner here. He's going to get the first shot on Sheep likely, but there is Bloop. Bloop,
Ouch,
is he going to be able to connect anything in there? He does find one shot, not connecting onto Bloop. Trouser Snake realizing that this is not the fight that he wants to take, deciding to rotate back up the hill here. You know, maybe go back on reload and reset this engagement.
He is pulling what I call a brave Sir Robin, if you're familiar with Monty Python.
I'm not a huge Monty Python.
He's
It's not that I don't like them, but I haven't like really
no
watched
problem.
them.
There's a song about bravely running away, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, you got to know when to hold them and know
Oh
when
yeah,
to fold them. There we go.
know when to walk away, know when to run. Yes,
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers.
Yes. So he has folded him there, as we are
Yep.
going to see him fold in the K line here, trying to find this catch on these two tanks. We do see an E100 coming back down 8 line, maybe a shot going to ring out here on the Sheep, as we do see him looking across the diagonal there, one connecting there on the Sheep, but they are still going to create some distance. A lot of HP bleed has come onto the tanks from Popkorn there on that 8 line. Throwmatitos currently in a pretty strong position, holding those crossfires pretty well. Boris the Blade currently down to 1641 HP as well. The Jan Toronto on 1797. So Popkorn, down a bit. The thing is they've got that E3 as an anchor to play off of, and what an anchor, while it may do some favors for you in some ways, it definitely doesn't in your ways of flexing around the map. And I think Toma is doing a very good job of playing around that anchor.
Agreed. I think it's fun when you see someone play their tank well, and like you said, Toma's doing pretty decently there. And looking at the HP right now, Throwmatitos has a couple thousand-ish, if you will, but it's with these tanks with this amount of HP, that's not really not that much.
Yeah, the current play here, I think, for Popcorn is kind of trying to exploit the 5-line position of Fluky there. They do have 5-line control in the south here, maybe trying to translate that to the north here, as we do see Trouser Snake in his Bad Chat getting ready to poke here. Is he going to find any damage onto Bloop? Bloop sitting out here. Not yet. He's looking for it. He does see him there. No shots coming through here. Is he going to keep rolling out? He does see Sheep now here in his Bad Chat, finding a shot of damage onto Sheep. Is he going to be able to find another one? Looking through the poles there, shooting APCR, which is pretty effective. He's not able to find any more as he is going to pull back into the K line here. A repush now from Throwmatitos. Maybe going to try to look at shots from this diagonal as he's going to have to cross here in a second.
If they can make it, I don't know. Will Bloop have the shot? Oh yeah, he will.
He is going to pull up here, and he
got one, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't connect for any damage here. And we're just going to see Trouser Snake go back down the K line and, you know, just hold the positions more as we do see some more bleed coming onto Jan Toronto in the E100, currently on 1,025 HP. You know, not much left on that big, beefy E100, but the same can be said for Sheep and his Batchat, as he's also taken a significant amount of bleed on that tank. Now we're seeing some cap pressure come out here from Boris to Blade in his E100. We'll see what he's able to do with this. They do have the E100 set up, and they are denying a 8-line, 5-line retake.
And he's not alone. He does have Might with him right there in that E5, or E3. And, oh, here's some shots exchanges right here.
Yep, Jan Toronto throwing a shot down the D-line, not connecting with much there. Fluky holding the angle, looking for Jan to poke out here. Fires a shot in, no damage connected there. Trouser Snake down to 956 in his Batchat. Bloop holding the opposite diagonal. You know, putting a bit of pressure here. They're essentially saying, hey, look, we're ready for this 8-line retake. You need to respect it. So we'll see what they're able to do here. The time is coming close here, as one reset will do the game in. So it's a pretty interesting situation. The Batchat now of Trouser Snake heading up the hill is going to leave the 8-line retake open here, as we're seeing the Batchat rotate down the G-line from the side of Throwmatitos, as well as two E100s now going to be pushing down the D-line at the same time. They're going to try to pinch these two E100s.
Knock it down to 17 seconds.
Yep, and they're going to have to get these resets here very quickly. Wait.
Oh,
they must have got one. Okay, no, they got the reset. That could have gotten really awkward here, because I don't see a tank on Bloop falling down in his 50B there from the Batchat lying in wait. Sheep in his Batchat as well on 296 at this point. All they need to do is just not die from the side of Throwmatitos. HP is rather even on their tanks, and they do not have you know, too much time to cap, as they do have it by about left. 10 seconds. We'll see if they're able to get the reset here. One tank only holding them off. They need to get down here to the B line in order to find something on them.
Yep.
Here come Perfect Style and Sheep for these
ready
resets.
For 'em, yep.
They can't kill both of them, however. 2 shots will kill Perfect Style, but Sheep will have the reload. All they need to do is make sure Sheep doesn't die here. The shot coming out there on a Perfect Style, he's going to get down. Sheep should have the resets here. He does find those, and that should be a win for Throwmatitos.
10 seconds left. And Throwmatitos taking the first match. And a tight exchange there.
Yeah, very slow, methodical kind of play there from the side of Throwmatitos. Kind of using that Batchat and 50B to come in and find some damage on the GHJK lines down there in the south. And, you know, they were able to play that pretty well. So Throwmatitos is going to be going up 1-0 currently here. Bloop in his first game for Throwmatitos, pulling out 2,474 damage.
And we're now looking at the tank choices.
Yep, from the side of Popcorn, we've got a Batchat 25, TCS 63, double STB1, and TVP T51. From the side of Throwmatitos, they're going with a more 277 style, mid-brawly kind of setup here with the Batchat 25T, double STB1. So we'll see what they are going to do here with that. You know, those STBs are very good at playing the ramp, whereas the 277s play sort of the lower side of mid-well. They have a lot of HP, a lot of alpha, and able to go in there and trade. And maybe they use that Batchat as an offside tank or something to kind of control. So we'll see what we're going to go in here. 5 tanks from Popcorn going to be going high and looking to hockey fight them, as you like to say.
Yeah. Well, and I think a Batchat 25 is always flexible. On this map especially, because if they get close in and they go toe to toe, that tank can be very dangerous.
Yeah, we're seeing the Batchat push up the 1-2 line here. CS63 curving to the D4 rock for the side of Popcorn, with all the rest of the tanks from Throwmatitos here coming to the middle. This TVP getting here a little bit early. Is he going to be able to find any shots in? He's looking Jan Toronto. He's waiting for him to go up the ramp. As soon as Sebastian and Bloop look to go up here, he's going to try to put some shots in. Not quite, as he does hold back here. These 277s being a little bit too much for him to look at. As these 277s taking a shot of damage each, but one getting traded back onto the CS here. Some shots traded onto the high ramp here. Bloop and Sebastian, those STBs, looking for some damage. Perfect Style taking another shot of damage here. Trouser Snake looking there in his bat chat, but he's going to be a bit exposed here as he does take a couple shots of damage. They're getting aggressive, looking for a push over here onto Bloop. Bloop on 978 HP. One more shot going to take up Trouser Snake, though. Miles reaches some shots in the middle. We're seeing a low push around from those 277s. One of those 277s is down pretty low, and Perfect Style on 456. John Toronto is going to drop down here as well as Trouser Snake, and Bloop's going to be dropping down here very soon, but they need to pick up this TVP next with their next shot, and they do pick up the STB. The TVP's on reload, so he's an issue. They do pick him up there, and now it's a 3v2 in favor of Throwmatitos, but the HP is very even. The tank's low here. The bat chat, after he did get his clip off, Boris capitalizing on that, so they need to find the pick onto this STB while they know that that CS is not in the fight. Fluky here pushing up along the high side, going to try to force They Might Be Giants off the back here while Perfect Style is just holding a safer angle. Fluky looking for the shot here, pressuring him off, trying to force the STB onto a low ground here. He does find a shot of damage here, knocking him down to 600, as well as Perfect Style putting one here. Ram's going to do him in, and that's going to be a tank down. It's now just a 2v1 in favor of Throwmatitos, even though HP is kind of close. Boris looking for a shot of damage in there, as he's not able to find one, picking up 2 shots of damage back onto him. 548 HP left for that tank there. Got the reload on him, not able to find anything onto those tanks. Can't Fluky put one in, but he's not able to. And that's going to do it in here. He's going gun up, saluting out, driving across the open. Sadly, Perfect Style not picking up the kill. He says, hey, maybe we get some fantasy points, as he is actually going to pick up the shot. And with an HE round, Fluky's going to be picking up the game there for Throwmatitos and making it 3-0.
Yeah, and great play by Fluky and Perfect Styles. And look, that's not bad. 2593, 2494. Perfect Style and Fluky both coming at the top with Bloop, Sheep around 1600, and then Bastion at 1197. On the flip side, Boris had most of it, 3477. Might Be Giants 2961, and it drops all the way down to 13, just under 1400. And Trouser Snake with 337 in that bad chat. That's, you know, that's kind of rough. And I think he just got a bit mugged in that fight.
That 50B with here, but
I wonder if they would play it the way that they play the TVP sometimes, just down by that rock, the different rock placements for the for Fluky. I'm curious, how would you play it, Scott? How would you use this?
I think I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. So it looks like what we're gonna see is possibly heading toward the 1-2 line, looking for bleed, and then maybe playing with that donut here. As we're also going to see another tank is the bad chat looking for the spots. They are pushing a tank up the 1-2 line here, and that bad chat, he could possibly be in some serious trouble if they decide to do anything, but they just aren't. Hopefully going to spot him. Boris to Blade looking to play up the ramp here in a CS63. Is he going to be able to find anything? Not quite. Nope.
I think they were expecting another brawl.
Yeah, so these two tanks now from Throwmatitos pushing up the donut. The problem is here they do have Trouser Snake here in this bad chat, kind of lying in wait. A Trouser Snake lying in wait, you know, being very sneaky as these two tanks now. I think they do know he's there. Fluky.
There he goes, yep.
Yep, that's going to be Fluky and Sheep firing up toward the middle, but Trouser Snake in that bad chat putting down some fire on a Fluky. Fluky taking a lot of damage, but a tank does drop in the middle. Trouser Snake down to 724.
Goes down.
One more is going to be able to pick him up there, and he does fall down in the middle. That's 2 tanks down for Popcorn. Throwmatitos up 3,000 HP. They set up a very nice crossfire. Toronto going to try to take advantage of those clips. Able to pick up Fluky, but I don't believe he's going to be able to pick up the bad chat there. Now they're getting aggressive in the middle. Bloop and that STB pushing up and over. Sebastian as well coming to take up a little bit of damage for him as Bloop does fall off. Miles Beach and his STB also respectively falling off. Not another shot of damage coming onto Bloop there, but Perfect Style gonna be coming in to play that low side, and I gotta say this looks very commanding for Throwmatitos here. One more shot possibly picking up Miles Beach, and it does. They Might Be Giants, and that STB on 833 hit points gonna be picked up here very soon, and I believe that's gonna be it.
Well, if someone remembers to shoot him, oh, there we go. I thought they were just driving away.
Yeah, and that's gonna be 4-0.
Really nicely played. Really nicely played by Throwmatitos. That was I like where Trouser Snake set up. I think he was good, but I think that the counter up the ramp in that area kind of exposed him, and we saw him get cut down really quickly.
Yeah, what they essentially set up for that bad chat there was they had the 50B kind of pull out further than the bad chat, trying to baiting him to shooting Fluky in that 50B. The bad chat's not actually able to kill a 50B in a full clip where it is able to kill a bad chat. They set up a double execute with the 50B and Bad Chat shooting toward the ramp. They got aggressive in ramp while also having a tank shoot from the ramp back toward Trouser Snake and his Bad Chat.
Chat 25T, STB1, and a Manicore, which we've seen Throwmatitos play pretty regularly.
Yeah, it's
Let's get this show on the road.
it's an interesting tank pick. It has
Again,
slight advantages over the T100, but
well, we talked earlier about comfort picks, and I'm guessing this is a comfort pick for Sheep.
I think he's been listening to the Night One Rider technology a little bit too closely, as I think that the Manticore is just not quite as good as the T100 in almost every circumstance. But hey, maybe Sheep does just prefer it, and he knows maybe some positions that it's able to utilize better than the T100. As
If that gun
see what
hits,
he
you're
does.
gonna feel it. That's the thing about the Manicore. If that gun hits you, you're gonna feel it.
We'll see what happens here. These
Interesting.
277s and CS63 and Bad Chat are pushing toward the donut here. Bloop in the S-Conk. I can't quite tell. Trouser Snake taking a shot of damage there. I can't tell who that was from. Could be Fluky in that STB. They're kind of setting up a trap here for Boris. He's going to have to watch out. Bloop and Fluky are safe for the meantime in that river here. But they may not always be. Sebastian is covering them. Meanwhile, we're seeing a south wrap from that Manticore. So Popcorn is going to have to make a play here eventually onto these two tanks before the defense gets truly set up in order to punish these crossfires. Trouser Snake pushing in here, looking to go onto them with They Might Be Giants, and Boris to blade in the CS63. Giants is going to be pushing low here, looking to put that Bad Chat Clim in as effective as possible, taking a shot of damage there. He's going to be clipping into Bloop first, which I do think is a mistake that should be going on to the STB, but it does not matter as that S-Conk is going to be taking one more shot to go down here. But Giants in that Bad Chat here is on 430 HP, putting him a shot of damage in, getting him down to 33 HP. Is he going to be able to get picked up here? He's on reload. Fluky trying to do what he can here, putting a shot of damage into on Toronto before, he inevitably does go down. It's a 5v4, getting ready to be a 5v3, but two shots are one shot from the side of Popcorn. HP greatly in favor of an advantage of Throwmatitos here, as we see Sheep in that T100 or Manticore, and the IS-7 in middle picking up a kill there as well.
Words are hard tonight.
Yeah, I keep getting tongue-tied.
it's all good. And again, thank you for everyone joining us tonight at the for the SteelSeries League. And oh, here we go. That could be bad. Yep, down he goes. It's 3-2 now. 55 HP for Boris.
I believe that's gonna, Sebastian could possibly pick up Boris here in the CS63, and he does, leaving the last tank alive to be Trouser Snake sitting in the river there. Is he gonna be able to clutch it? But I just don't think so. It's going to be Throwmatitos likely picking up the 5-0 victory here in favor. As South America coming out and really giving some punches to the guys across the ocean, and across the hemisphere for that case. Sebastian here having a bit of fun with his prey. And that's going to do it.
Again, applause to Throwmatitos for picking that up. 5-0. That's pretty definitive. And we've talked before about Popcorn showing up or not showing up. I don't think they got a chance. I think that first match hurt them in the second match. And again, I'm making assumptions being the tech loss. Maybe that just threw them off their game, that they never got back onto it.
Yeah, they never actually, were able to. I mean, they actually just didn't show up to one of the games. But, for the rest of them, they just didn't get any traction. To the playoffs is more important. One thing that is important is it does come down to the second round robin head-to-head is the tiebreaker. So that's going to be pretty important here. Sebastian, top fantasy earner for his team. Neither team getting a whole lot of fantasy points, especially Popcorn, as they were losing there.
True.
But, yeah, first match for Bloop is going to be a win over Popcorn.